I've stated a few times that the intention is that this channel be not solely about 3D printers, but about whatever I find interesting. So I was at my mom's house yesterday, and she asked me if I could fix this MP3 player thing. And so it comes in this aluminum shell with the speakers on the side. Not only that, but it's a full up MP3 player with a screen, an SD card. There's like an aux in to it. And so she asked me if I would put one of the speakers back on because it had fallen off. Ooh, look, I broke an LED wire. Oops. So I was looking at the board and I noticed something funny. All of, let's see. So positive and negative, right? Right? Which that's really hard to see.
Let me see. I'll do some. But well, we can plug these. Oh, it's already broken anyway. There we go. See how close I can get with this.
So the board is labeled with positive and negative. Oh, but that positive and negative, whenever this thing is inserted correctly, does not. So that's how it should line up, but because of the notch, it goes the other direction. And what's hilarious is that they both do. Or rather, the speakers and this. So I'm going to be honest, I don't remember how this was plugged in when I took it apart. So it might be that that they forced it in the other way. But I think that they just on the silk screen, they just did the silk screen wrong. So let's get in here further. If I'm recording this, I might as well do a full teardown on it and then hopefully put it back together still working. I find it helpful to put a rare earth magnet at the end of some of these little screwdrivers that don't have, oops, sometimes they're too helpful. The way the screw comes along. This little screwdriver is certainly not magnetized, but with that on there it is.
So this thing has. SPM 3060141 M215912. I don't know, wait, is that a camera?
Yeah, it has like a light sensor and a camera in it. And then this is hilarious. So take a look at the wire. That they took this board to production and they missed something somewhere. You from watching other people do YouTube teardowns, that is from them taking something, a design, from prototyping to testing and then production and missing things where in the final product they have to add that wire because they realize, oops, we missed this or that. LF main 2015. But that does have a camera on it. Let's see if it turns on. Oh, and take a look at this. Like Nokia battery. And it charges via the wonderful, what is that, USB-B, the bigger version? The mini, but not the micro.
Hey, plug it in. See if anything. Blue light. And mini video speaker. Let's see. It's going to be horrible for it. Plug in the SD card. Okay, look. Oh, mic. I wasn't wearing my mic. Oops. Did I just break the screen? Hopefully I didn't just break the screen. Line would have already done there. Yeah, so just a simple audio player. Let's see, what numbers? That's right. Things starting to get hot. Oh, that's a horrible radio. To be expected. I'm trying to press these buttons while nothing's working. Oh, they're front button. No.
The on-off switch doesn't even function as an on-off switch. It just turns off when it wants to. Oh, there we go. Goodbye. But, yeah. Now I'll see if I can put the thing back together in an acceptable fashion. I already broke one part on it, but hopefully it doesn't matter because it's just a little plastic piece. But get this back to my mom, and she'll be happy. I'll just disconnect those wires because it doesn't need an LED. Might as well do a time lapse of me putting it together. Let's do some old-fashioned thread locker on this, because I don't think this wants to stay together otherwise. So looking at the speaker wire, the negative and the positive are mislabeled and reversed, so whoever did the quality control on this board, well, they didn't care. Also, meet my soldering iron. I really like it. Xtronic. It's the first, I mean, it's not, I know it's not a professional soldering iron, but it's the first near professional soldering iron I've ever had. There've always been Radio Shack specials before that. You know what? I'm not going to subject my mom to, I'm not going to subject her to those. Now this stuff, the solder that's on here is going to be some lead. The solder that's on there is going to be some lead-free stuff. And the lead-free stuff requires really high temperatures to melt. So your choices are either to remove it, which is what I'm opting for. There we go. My soldering station. Well, let's see. Negative to positive and positive to negative, just like they had it.
No, need the flux.
You don't have to use flux whenever you're using leaded solder, but ooh, it makes it so much easier. And you just hold it until it stops being silvery and solidifies. And we're good there. Negative to positive, positive to negative, just like they had it.
Oh, the glue's getting away.
See, kids, that's why you don't super glue stuff before you know that it works. Doesn't work, whatever. Okay. When in doubt, switch over to the Soviet lens. Obviously, what we need after the last disastrous attempt is more super glue. Plug it in before it dies. It died. Where'd the bottom go? Ooh, the perils of having a messy desk after a project. Now, this will be fun. This is a PNY 128 gig that I've been having problems with. That probably won't be able to be read on this thing, but it would be somewhat hilarious if it did. Let's see, audio player. No SD card inserted. Yep. Okay, SD card inserted. Maybe you need to. You need a system setup it. Oh, hey, yep, No SD card inserted. Well, let me see about getting some music onto this 4 gig. Okay, new SD card, actually the one that came with it, the 4 gig. Some songs, some tunes, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Go to, nope, audio player. And it only reads one song. That's disappointing. I only copied one MP3 on there. Well, it plays music, and that's 28 seconds, so it's before the. Let's see. Well, that's too bad. It only plays MP3s, not MP4s or M4, whatever these are. Oh well. Yeah, back together. I can give it to my mom now, and she'll be happy that it works. It has its little cell phone battery and everything, and yeah, if you leave it alone for too long, it becomes a clock. And that green line, that totally wasn't there. Wait, it has a camera. I just remembered it has a camera. Picture view. Maybe picture view? Okay, that's weird. There's like a spot for a camera. Huh. Yeah, there's no model number on this thing. And plug that back in before it dies. No. And it's system version 1.2, but it doesn't say anything past that. So let's look underneath this battery compartment again. Oh, of course I knocked out all the... yeah, weird. Okay, well, whatever.